Hey guys, it's BLK. I've got another pitch review for you today. I hope you guys are doing well. Here today is another Watford-based complex, as we will call it. It's Powerleague in Watford in Bushey. With this, I think this is a pitch that I hold close to my heart. This is a pitch I've been playing for donkey's years. I've done so many different tournaments, different cups, different things there. It's really good complex. You can have a look around and we'll get into the review.
My bitch is bad and bougie, cooking up double dosey. My hit is a savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. So my bitch is bad and
so Bushey Powerleague. It's across the road. I can't remember the name of the school, but there definitely is a school across the road from it. It's quite close to Bushey Station, which is just the one before Watford Junction on the London Midland line. Quite an unreliable train. I told you I come from North London, so that place is really difficult to get to when they're, cock-ups with public services. But when I do manage to get there, it's been really good. I've played there consistently. So the complex itself. So this is one of the more, modest Powerleague complexes that we can call it. It's really small. It's in the sticks somewhere. I mean, as I said before, close to Bushey Station. It's not that big. I mean, the car park is quite huge, but I feel like the car park is a netball field for the school that's a neighbouring school across the road to it. So there's a massive car park which looks like it can be a basketball pitch or a netball pitch at times. I wouldn't want to play basketball and netball there. It's just like playing in some kind of stones in the jungle kind of pitch, but there's a lot of space for you to park your car if you need to come in. The inside is really small. There's a little bar area. I mean, glad to see that that's happened. People do need a drink afterwards, and sometimes you do want to have a little bit more than just a glass of water or a Lucozade from a vending machine. So it does have a bar area there. It's got 2 vending machines on the outside. It's really small. It's a tight space. They do sometimes have functions there. I've seen kids have their birthday parties and such there. But it's not really a huge space. But the thing is, people do stay a lot afterwards. I mean, it's always vibrant. The people behind the counter are really cool. Again, I come there with a phone that's half empty, and they're always ready to help me boost it up. Quite smiley, friendly, a young set of people there who, they know you're just coming there to play football. They don't hassle you at all. They don't ruin your match. So if one of you have come and you haven't paid, they do let you play, but they don't come and stop you halfway through the game like some other people do and shut off your game and lose your time. And they'll ask you at the end, and they'll just come out there and time it nicely, which I think is a good touch because it allows people to get the game played and then go and sort out the money after, because some people come late and they just have to run onto the pitch, and it allows you to get your optimum time. So it's really good of them. But the place itself, it's nice. It's got its pitches all in a tight space. They're in like a massive rectangle, and I think it's about 8 or 9 pitches. There's 2 7-a-side pitches and the rest are 5-a-side pitches, and they're all really neatly packed together. But they've done it quite well with the high fences around them, so you don't really get the balls flying over because of how high the fences are. In general, the pitches are actually, quite condensed, and it is quite a small area they take up. Now, the changing rooms and the toilets, I have a special place that I go. I told you about my habits before playing a game, that I have to go to the toilet all the time. They've got a nice 2 set of disabled toilets that you can go into and use. They're quite spacious. They don't come with the shower facilities that I've seen at others and kind of the all-round package that other disabled toilets come with, but they do come with a toilet, which is what you need in there. And they do have enough space for you to change. They do have changing rooms. Now, I've actually gone in and they've got some decent showers in there. They're still on the, the left side of showers, so that there's 2 shower entries when you come in. And on the right-hand side, the showers are clean, they're in good working order. I mean, you wouldn't have a problem really having a shower or getting ready after a game in there, but it's not a luxurious shower that you feel kind of secluded. It's very much a team shower, build that team atmosphere. Everyone's going to be going into the same place. You're going to see everyone's bits anyway in that place, because if more than 2 people have showered, there's no enclosure. And the other showers weren't working, which was unfortunate, but it wasn't a day where we needed to use it. The changing room is quite small, and it's got 1 bench which goes across the middle. Now, it's not so big as I've seen other changing rooms be, but I think it does work well. They do have individual lockers. They are quite tiny lockers, but it serves the purpose that it needs to serve, basically. They do a good job of cleaning it, and I've seen some places which are subpar, which I don't even like taking off my socks in there, and my socks are nasty after a game. Now, the pitches are good. Now, I've played here for so long, and these pitches have been the same pitches, so they naturally have the wear and tear. But the thing is, the 5-a-side pitches do get relayed. I think they do get relayed every few years, because the textures on the pitch have changed from when I started playing, but I don't really play on the 5-a-side pitches there anymore. Really, I play on the 7-a-side pitches. Now these pitches, they do get used a lot. There are always bookings there. It's a very, very, very busy pitch, but they are spacious. Now they're more of the wider, they're not as long, but they're definitely wide. So you can spray a crossfield pass, but you're not exactly, if you try and spray that same pass from one end to the other in terms of if you're in goal, it might just get to the other end really quickly. It's not really a place where, you know, you have a lot of length to run or you have to play build up. It's one of those very dynamic, fast pitches. You get from one end to the other really quickly, and it makes football quite quick, especially when they pack it out in the 7s. I mean, you can get from one end to the other quickly, and if one team presses up and the other team just plays the ball over the top. So it makes it for a very arcadey kind of 7-a-side game where it's back to forth really quickly. The pitch itself, the ball always works well on it. I've never had a problem. I think it's I would call this my home pitch, so I'm really used to it now. I've never really had a problem with the turf. There have been a few issues over the years with some of the markings where the centre circle and the penalty area are just little bits of the pitch coming up and having to have been stuck down, which isn't great. I won't lie, it would do better without those little parts ruining the game and spoiling how the pitch is. But barring that, it is really good. And the goals, now this is a really positive point for this pitch. I think a lot of 7-a-side pitches there's a typical standard size 7-a-side goal, which I think is kind of commercially accepted, but I don't really like these. Now Bushey is the total opposite. They have goals which are not 11-a-side goals, but not 7-a-side goals. They're wide, they're still quite tall, but they're wide, which gives you a lot more ability when shooting from distance, when finishing. It really makes the game quite high scoring, because especially if you don't have goalkeepers, but even if you do, I think there is a lot of room for them to dive about, but then there's also a lot of room for you to aim at, which is good because you can find the corners and beat the goalkeeper. Really, I think the pitch, the dynamics of the pitch, the goals themselves, they really make for a specific type of quick game, which means that everyone has to be fully committed for however long they're playing. So 40-minute games really do feel like the hour here.
So I'm here on a long route home, after a game at Bushey. To be fair, I'm contemplating whether to get a chicken burger because I'm fucking starving. My usual Wednesday 7-a-side game, bro, I scored a few bangers, obviously. It's a good game. And I just wanted to kind of update you on the prices for the Lucozade Powerleague at Bushey. If you're looking to play a game for a 5-a-side game, it works out about £4 each, it's 44 quid. And for a 7-a-side game, any time, it's about 71 quid, which works out roughly about £5.20 each. So it's very well worth it for a pitch. I think you'll be impressed by the goals, that's the main thing, and the staff there. Check it out.
Overall, I'll give this place, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think there's a little bit of sentimental value in that because I've played there so many times and the staff have been really good to me and really enjoy it there. But I think the pitch is good and I think the goals really stand out. They make it better for you to shoot. They make it a little bit more satisfying to approach the goal and then finish off a chance. And you know, you get more spectacular goals going in, which is always a plus when you're playing with your mates because that's what it's all about. That was Bushey, Powerleague in Watford.
It's a 7 out of 10 from me. Thumbs up. I've got to fight the bulge right now because I'm absolutely starving and chicken burgers are calling, but I guess, is chicken burger a superfood? I don't know. You tell me.
I'll leave you guys until I come back with the next review. Take care.
Always putting fire out. You can say I saved the day. My niggas working with the heat and no one's let the Nina spray. We chill with pretty bitches when we feel we need to ease the spray. Using black hands on these catties like